In this video, we are going to discuss about how to insert data into SQL Server using ASP.NET MVC application. Here I am using Visual Studio 2019 version. For creating a project, first of all, click on Create a New Project. Then select ASP.NET Web Application with C# for creating ASP.NET Web Forms, MVC or Web API. Select this one and click on Next. Then we are going to give a project name. For example, Student Information System. Then we are going to select the location. For example, here I am going to select ASP.NET MVC project folder. Select folder, then click on Create. Here select MVC, then Create. Our project has been created. Now we can just run this. Here we can see the built-in template of ASP.NET MVC application from Microsoft. Now I am going to redesign this page. For example, here I am going to give this button as Add Student. Whenever we will click on this button, it will navigate to new page and we can register a new student details. For that, I am going to redesign this page. Here we have controllers, models, views. All these things are available here. View is the user interface and the model. Model means in which we have to save the data. With the help of controllers, we can connect view and models. So first of all, I am going to redesign this index page. For that, here I am going to remove all those things. Now I am going to refresh the page. Okay, now we can rename this button. Here I am going to give Add Student. In view, we are going to give Add Student. The next step is it will check on the controllers for the corresponding Add Student action result. For that, in view page, we have the button Add Student. Now the next step is we have to give this Add Student in our controller. For that, here I am going to give a new action result. For example, public action result Add Student. Then this action result will return a page that is Add Student Form. For that, here we have to give return view within double quotes Add Student. Now I am going to create a new view that is Add Student. Within Home, right click on Home, Add View. The view name is Add Student. Click on Add. Our new page has been created. I repeat, in index we have to give a link that is Add Student. Within our home controller, we have to give that Add Student. From that view, we can pass to this controllers. Then we are going to design our Add Student page. Here I am going to give Add Student. The first field is name. Within label, name, input give input type as text. Then give a name for this field. For example, name is equal to name. Give a break. The next field is branch. Give name field. Next field, mark. Here we can give input type as number because here we have mark. Then submit button. Button type is equal to submit. Here we can give submit. One more thing, we should give a form tag. Within form, we can include all those things. Form, action. Within home, we have save student. In home controller, we have to create a save student action result. Okay. Then method. Method equal to post. The form tag should be closed after the submit button. Okay. Within home controller, we have to create this save student action result so that we can select home controller, in which we have to give public action result save student. Within this save student, we can give all the code to save the student details. Okay, now we can, one more thing, we should give the proper path. Within home, we have add student. Okay, run this one. Here one error. Here we have to give return result. Here we can give return view. Okay, now we can run it. I'm going to click on add student. Click on this add student. Now we have add student form. Okay, the next step is we are going to insert data to each of this field. For that, first of all, we have to create a database. Right click on our project, then add. First of all, stop this running mode. Right click on our project, then add new item. From data, we have to select SQL Server database. Give database name. Here we can give the name as StudentDB. Okay, click on add. Click on yes. Here our database has been created, StudentDB. Within this student database, I am going to create a new table. To create a new table, right click on tables, add new table. Now we can give table fields. First one, name. The data type is nvarchar of 20. Next we can give branch with nvarchar of 20. Next one is mark, which is an integer type. We can give int. Okay, then we are going to set this ID as auto increment. For that, right click on this ID, select properties. Okay, after that, from properties, we have to select identity specification, from which we have to select is identity true. After that, we have to update our table. Before that, we should give a table name. Here we can give student. Then we are going to update our table. Update database. Okay, refresh our tables. Our student table has been created. Now we have tables and we already created a form. The next step is to link this form with this table. For that, we have to create a model in MVC application. With the help of this model, the student table can communicate with the form. With the help of model, we can communicate student table with our form. Okay, for that, I am going to create a new model. Click on models, click on add new item. Select data, from which we have to select ADU.NET Entity Data Model. Here its name is model 1. Now I am going to add this. Select ADU.NET Entity Data Model. Click on add, then select EF Designer from database. Click on next. Here we have studentdb.mdf. Click on next. Click on next. Here, which database object do you want to include in your model? Select our table. From our table we have to create a model. Here we have our student table. Put on a check mark here. Then click on finish. Our model has been created. Now we can connect this model with our form with the help of our controller. Go to controllers, home control. Here we have to include two namespaces. That is using student information system dot models, and also we need to include controllers. After that, we need to create a database object, that is student database entity 1 db. This db is the object. New student database entity of. Here we have to collect our data as a parameter. For example, here we have to give string name, comma. Here we have to take our input from our add student form. That is this name, this branch and mark. We should give it in home controllers as parameter. String name, string branch, comma. We should give this parameter in save student. Okay. After that, here we have already created our database object. Next we have to create our table object. Student s is equal to new student of. Then we have to add each item to our table. For that, using this object we can save the each items. S dot name equal to name, that is this name. Okay. After that, S dot branch equal to branch. S dot mark equal to mark. Sorry, here we have int, then in which we have all the items in our object S. Then we have to save this to our database. For that, give database object dot, that is db dot students dot add of S. Okay, it will save our data to our database. After that, we need a message that is successfully saved. For that, we have to give a temp data which is available in .NET. This temp data is used to transfer data from a view to a controller or controller to view, which is used to store temporary data. Can be stored in this temp data. Temp data msg equal to successfully added. After that, return. We are going to our index page. Return redirect to action index. In our index page, within view index, we have to give our alert message in a script tag. @if temp data msg not equal to null, within script alert @termdata msg. Put a semicolon. Okay. Okay, now we can run this. Give a name, branch B, mark 85. Click on submit. Successfully added. Okay. Now we can check our database. Click on tables. Right click on student table. Show table data. Here one more step. Here we have to write db.save changes to save our data to our database. Save. Okay. After that we can run it. Give input. Click on submit. Successfully added. Now we can check it on our database. Click on tables. Right click our student table. Show table data. Just refresh it. Our insertion completed successfully. Here we have our data. In this way we can insert data into the database using ASP.NET MVC application. Thank you so much for watching. See you.